like my Jeep Renegade. Well, I am still waking up from last night. I took a call, went from, oh man, where did that go? I'm definitely still waking up. I left my keys in the office earlier. Oh shoot, I can't even remember where that call was. Oh yeah, Packwood. I went from Packwood to the airport. I didn't make it back home until just after 2 a.m. So, yeah. It was a good call though. Nice people, and I mean they were stranded. You know, they were in a rental car and they hit a big rock. They were on their way home, driving back home. They were traveling, and their car was it was all screwed up after hitting that big rock. I'm gonna get closer to this. Now, he said it was right here on the left. I don't see any other Jeep Renegades, but I better check. I better check the VIN. And I am gonna get closer. Actually, I'm gonna get closer and put it on block. So there's no wheel there. 662. That's it. This is my car with missing wheel. I always think it's amazing how hard of a hit it's got to be to knock the wheel off of a vehicle. Ooh, and they got that nice treated block right there that I'm probably going to use. Yeah, I mean, wow, the whole well, it looks like the control arm is just, wow. Okay, yeah. Move a bit closer. Nope. Wake up. Make sure there's an e-brake on. Is this open? Yep, it opens. Let's see. It's got an electric e-brake, but what's behind this? Whole lot of nothing. We'll see if I'll lift it up here and see if it rolls a little bit, or if it'll stay. It looks like it's gonna stay. Good. This is just to get me under the car a bit more. Right there, where the frame is. Yeah, that should work. That way I at least get the front end of the car. There we go. Yeah. Just random wandering little girl over there. Released. Now let's see where I'm gonna go here. Let's see. I'm just gonna hook it to, because that end is gonna be on the ground anyway. I still have part of the control arm over there to hook to, so even though it's disconnected, I can still use it. Probably. Yeah, it's just disconnected here. Still. Still usable. It's made out of steel. So just gonna pull it up. It's like that. As long as that part of the vehicle is on my bed, yeah, that'll be fine. So I can take that block away, and I would stick something underneath here, you know, like another block or whatever to drag it up with, but those things, they always just fall off. It always slips off a block or something, and so I'm not real worried about that. Is that rear end just dragging? Yep. I'm going to, in that case, since that rear end is just dragging, let me see if I can turn this at all or if it's locked. Oh, nice, I can turn it. Straighten out the rear end a bit since it's that should do it. See if I can get the front end to move. Yes. It's fine, crooked. Yeah, it'll be fine like this. I've got this ladder in my way, but so I'm taking it to taking it to my mom's place. see. I can get a chain underneath there. Although, now I'm seeing a downside to having this ratchet right here. It's going to be better in this case for me to move it to the front. That way I'm pulling the chain in this direction instead of the other direction. Of course, another call is coming in on tow books while I'm loading up this thing. Alright, what is that? Is it the same one? It's the same one. Sorry, folks. They're in Raymond, and it's going to Aberdeen, where I am right now. You know, I would do it, except I've got a 8 to 12 pickup right after this, and if I went and did that Raymond one, which because it's an Audi, I would have to use dollies, you know, with this thing in the bed. It would mess up my 8 to 12 who I've already called. So unfortunately, the calls come in 4 times. It's just, you know, it's not ideal for them, but they're stuck until they can get somebody else to do it. I really wanted to take it because it's not bad money, but yeah, I just can't. I'm too preoccupied here with the other tows I've got going on. I realized I didn't have to bungee this the way I did. There was a better way to do it, and I didn't realize it until after I was done. So now it's just an extra chore to move that thing. I could have just stuck it underneath the strap right here and strapped it down flat. It's fine either way. It's gonna go nowhere. Oh, I might really just stick with one. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, gonna get my pictures entered in here, and then I'll be off to my... Let's see if this thing will jump. I've been having trouble jumping anything with both of my jump packs. And one of these is brand new. Just want to see. This is an older battery, but it should still. Maybe I should check here where the thing is. Oh, it's right there. Oh, that's weird. Oh, odd. So, is the latch busted? I have never had to open up a Kia Sedona hood. Well, it's unlatched. It says it looks like it's unlatched. Oh, you know what? I may have just messed up myself by letting this close so I can get pictures. It kind of looks like you gotta stick a tool in here to get this to open because it looks detached somewhat. Yeah. There's no thingy right here, it's broken. Okay, let's see if my older jump pack can hook on here. It's not that old of a battery, but it should still give me something. And it gives me nothing. And this is the, oh, and that's totally loose, but and it still should give me a little something either way. Loose or not loose. This is the one that doesn't have one of those bypass buttons either. And it just beeps. Just says low voltage. Say that when this is plugged in? No? Okay. Oh, now it tells me nothing. Where does it tell me? Huh. Well, it looks like it's kind of telling me it's ready to go. Light is so dim. Let's see, do I get anything in here from the car? No. I don't know what the deal is with this jumper. I think this jump pack is dead. I mean, I've got battery on it, it's full power. I just think there's something up with it. Because it's always giving me trouble now. I don't think I've jumped one vehicle with it. And with this brand new one, I have not jumped one vehicle with it either. Well, no, that's not true. I jumped my lawnmower. My riding lawnmower with it. I was able to start my riding lawnmower with this thing. I mean, this should work for vehicles anyway. That's what it's rated for. It's got plenty of juice. Hey! It's giving me something. Heck yeah! Ooh. Ooh, it don't sound great. Oh, good. And I'm sure it's because the connections are not, you know, they're not so great right here right now. So it's only a matter of time for the vibrations, I'm sure, disconnect the ground enough. Move this out. See if it'll let me. I say it will let me as if it's got a mind of its own, but trust me, I don't believe that it's got a mind of its own. That should do it. Let the battery get some charge on it if it is able to stay charged. That way when it gets to the yard, maybe they can just start it right up. So yeah, old jumper giving me nothing. Oh. Should be close enough. It might not be. I am just barely. Oh yeah, I had this strap sitting on a spring. The last time I used it. I had such a late call last night, I didn't get a chance to work on swapping out my ratchet strap with one of the other longer D-ring straps. I wanted to do that. Said I was going to on Friday, but yeah, towing had other plans. I was actually just pulling into the lake with my family right when that call came in to run over to Packwood. Actually, I missed the call the first time because I was driving right next to a couple of kids from the neighborhood. And they were carrying inner tubes I blowed up for them that they were going to borrow. They were right next to the vehicle, so I had to just focus on them instead. And I missed the call on the app, but it came back in, you know, about 5 minutes later. And then yeah, I was in the middle of cleaning up my daughter's mess in her swimsuit at the same time. Yeah, it's freaking hilarious. She didn't even get to touch the water before before turning around and saying, "Daddy, I have poop." I'm like, "What? You don't want to go in the... You're not going to jump in the lake?" She's like, "No, I just have poop." I'm like, "Oh, great." That would be something funny to get on video. I wouldn't put that on here, obviously, but off to get some DEF fluid and then Puyallup. See if running it give it enough power to. Nope. Oh man. Oh well. I guess I didn't run it that long, but. It's too bad. Now I have two broken antennas. So it just wobbles here, even though. So I'm just gonna have to glue that. It wobbles in the wind. What the? There we go. Straight I can get this. With it being 3/4 of a car, at least on. Just referring to the wheels. Oh yeah, that ladder. which I didn't end up dropping off after all. Yeah, they had a door that was locked. They were gonna try and get in through the window, and instead of doing that, I figured out how to stick my air wedge from my lockout kit, and I stuck it in between the door where it latches, and it just happened to be strong enough to push the latch open. And the door just opened right up, so they didn't need the ladder after all. I wonder if this thing will shift into neutral. And I imagine it would still have power, despite missing a wheel. Let's see. Let's see. This will. Oh, it's a push button, and there's no power anyway. This is one of those. So, okay. It was a nice thought. So then. If I can get this off of here. It's sitting right on it. Nope, sitting right on it. Okay, that's fine. Not a big deal. All right. Yeah. Loose enough. Let's see if they got a block over here. Well, I got one right there. At one point they had a big container over here that was full of blocks, but that's not anymore. This out of here. To get the block out. They don't like them having the blocks like that, so. Because otherwise they can fall, you know, hurt somebody.